let's have a go at making Rex, the new dog from the newest PAW Patrol movie, in cake. So this one was another of my niece's requests. I went to see the movie with her a few weeks ago, and you might have seen the rhubarb cake that I did as well of the dinosaur. That was also one of her requests. So I'm just using a 6-inch chocolate cake. Now, I do kind of cheat a little bit with this because I just used packet mix. I used the Renshaw's packet mix for this one. And all we're going to do is just cut a little bit off each side. So I did print myself off a template, as you can see here. We're going to keep the offcuts as well because we might need to use these to just bulk out the nose. The green buttercream is what I had left from making the dinosaur from the movie as well, which you guys will have probably seen a couple of weeks ago. So I'm just going to trim this down. So I'm marking kind of above where the nose area goes, and we're just kind of rounding it off a little bit. Then what I want to do is take a little bit of cake off each kind of side of the face so it slopes around. I might actually just use this to bulk out the cheeks a little bit just here. And then we're just going to cut a little bit off the bottom edge. Again, just sloping the edge slightly. And I'll do that on the forehead as well. Now we're going to remove a little bit of an area where we want those eyes to sit, just so the top area of the face doesn't look too flat. And then all I'm going to do is cover the whole thing in a layer of the buttercream. You could use chocolate ganache if you prefer for this, which would set nice and hard. But because the cake structurally isn't very unstable, buttercream should be fine for this one. Okay, I've got a little bit of extra cake, which actually was a sheet of cake that I had in the freezer. So you don't have to do the body and cake if you don't want, but I just thought it would be nice to add a little bit of cake in here. So I'm just going to cut it out to roughly the shape of kind of a neck and shoulders. I'm just going to slope it down slightly at the bottom because I want to put like a picture frame almost in icing around him. So I think I'm going to need to slope it down at the bottom for it all to fit together. Let's get a bit more buttercream on there. Now I'll put it in the fridge, let it firm up because I haven't done that overly neat, but we'll go over with a second layer, which will hopefully go on a little bit smoother, and I can cover up any sort of naked bits of cake with that. Then what I'm going to do is I'll put it back in the fridge. I can't remember if I said fridge or freezer earlier. While that's in the fridge just firming up, I'm going to use some black sugar paste. I was torn between making it in white and then painting the colours on, or making him in black. And I thought the black fondant would probably give me better colour. I don't ever mix my own black fondant. I can't speak today. It's just so messy. So yeah, I get this ready made. Oh, I'll put a link as well for a discount for Saracino products. I'll put that in the video or below the video. So I'm going to press it all over the cake, and then I'm just pressing it firmly around the edges, and we'll cut any extra off. And then what I'm going to do, the time-consuming bit, is add lots of hairlines. So I'm just using a Dresden tool. This particular one is a metal one, but you can use a plastic one. I'll put links below the video to what I've used. And then I've pressed in with a ball tool at kind of the edge of where I want the mouth to go. And then back to the Dresden to kind of put a little line in, almost from each of those dimples at each side of the mouth across the middle. And it's not a straight line across the middle. Can you see it kind of goes up slightly in the middle? Now the eyes, I kind of cut them out of the templates. We're not going to use the pieces of paper, but we're using them to draw around so we have a rough idea of the size of the eye. And I'm going to push that a little bit deeper with the ball tool that I've got here. Now the only thing is when I do push this deeper, can you see it's kind of stretching my icing and causing it to break at those points so you can see the chocolate ganache. I'm going to roll the white nice and thin, and we're going to put the white patch on the tummy. You want to keep this really thin because we don't really want to add extra bulk in all the fondant. I'm just putting those lines in. Now I'm going to put a bit of water on here. I should have really put water on for the tummy area as well. Just helps it stick. So this time we're covering like the mouth area and like a line that goes up the middle of the head. So just try and push it in gently with your fingers. You want to watch out any bits that are kind of deeper. So like the area next to the mouth. When you put the white layer on, often air bubbles can form under there. So just make sure you've pushed out any air bubbles. And I'm going to mark the edge on, or the outline of where I want to have it. And then we're going to cut that off. Now don't worry, can you see if it looks a little bit scruffy where I've kind of pulled it off? Because we're going to add hairlines all around the edges anyway. Because the white is pretty thin, when I put these lines on, can you see you can almost see the black? Well, you can see the black fondant underneath where the lines are, but I like that. That's what I like the look of. Put a tiny piece of black just under kind of, or between like the mouth area. It's just tiny. And then what I am going to do is just add a little bit more black. So this is the black edible powder colour. So everything I'm using on this is edible. I know somebody asked on the dinosaur video, like if everything I used was edible, and it is. We don't want to be cutting into a cake like this that's got something not edible on and people not realize. So yeah, everything should be edible. It's diluted with dipping solution or like clear alcohol, which evaporates and causes the powders to dry very quickly. And I'm going to use some brown for around like the edge of the mouth. Is he a Bernese Mountain Dog, actually? I should have checked what he was. I think he is. He kind of looks like one. Has anybody seen the movie, the newest Paw Patrol one? I absolutely love the dinosaurs in it. I would like to make more dinosaurs. Technically, I think most of the film is actually about Marshall, but I have done a video on Marshall before. I don't know if you guys have seen that in here. I'll try and put a link to it so you can find that easily. Okay, so the eyebrows, I've kind of put them on. I must have picked up a bit of cream colour instead of white, but I was aiming for white, and we just painted them afterwards. The eyes, I've got 2 balls of white that I've kind of squished down, and then I've cut the bottom edge off so that it's got a slight slope on it. Okay, so let's have a look through our circle cutters, see if we can find a circle that's a nice size for those eyes. So we're going to cut out the iris in, I think they have really kind of caramelly colour, and then smaller circles for the pupils in black. And we're just going to place those in there, kind of play around with the positioning of where you want them to go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint a bit more colour on. I'm going to start with a bit of orange. So this is my powder colour again, that's just diluted down with like a clear alcohol or dipping solution. And then once I've done the orange, I'm going to go actually around with a bit of dark brown or even black around the very edge. And just then a little dot of white to create a nice highlight. And we'll do exactly the same on both eyes. I have done quite a lot of Paw Patrol videos actually in the past. I don't know how many of them you guys will have seen. Did you see the one I did for, is it the Mighty movie? Where I made all the dogs and like a big backdrop. In fact, all the houses were cake. I'll see if I can find a link for that one for you guys as well. Okay, so we just want a piece of black fondant for the nose, which we're just going to press around into not a triangle shape, but that's kind of the nearest shape I can think of that it's close to. And I'm going to put a bit of texture on there, just using the end of a piping nozzle. So it's got a nice little round circle on the end. So we're just going to dab that all over the nose, create some texture. And then I've got some white edible powder. I've got this one on quite a big dry brush, so instead of mixing it to paint, we're using it as dry powder, and we're just going to catch the shoulders and the nose a little bit. Now, I think I'm going to just put a bit of icing on the background. So I've got this it's kind of a peachy, dark, caramelly. Actually, it's not dark, is it? It's kind of a peachy-ish colour. Okay, I'm going to cut it around the edge, but also kind of roughly around where I think it's going to fit around the face. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow in the powder, edible powder. Also got some cake for the paws, which I had forgotten about until now. I'll put some buttercream down there ready for where I'm going to stick them. And then let's plait together some, I am just using fondant here. You can see actually it's the green pasta top that I've got there at the side. We're going to plait it. So 3 thin pieces plait together for his little like necklace cord. And then I think he has a big shell on there. So we're going to just take some ivory coloured fondant. In fact, mine looks more like a croissant than a shell, I think. So you guys now know how to make a croissant if you want to make a croissant. Okay, so those paws that were in cake. I did have to put these in the fridge for a little while so the buttercream would firm up. I maybe should have covered them in the white fondant before I stuck them in place, because you can kind of see it wants to slide around a little bit. It's also very bumpy, but I think that it should be okay. It should be covered when I put those hairlines on. I really should have spent longer buttercreaming these paws, but I think it's okay. I mean, they're quite big paws, but I think the dogs do have big paws. And then I'm using those powdered colours again, diluted a lot, so they're very runny, very transparent, to just add a little bit of colour and shading on there. So we still want the paws to look like they're white, but we do want it to look like there's like darker shaded areas and lighter areas. Although I've probably gone a little bit overboard now. Sometimes I can just get carried away and just keep painting until things end up a little bit dark. But same for the necklace. We're just going to add a little bit of colour on there. And I think what I'll do is use this green. It's quite a firm fondant is this one, which is going to work perfect for the frame. And I apologise, I didn't show how I made the frame, but you can see how I made it, because I made it in the same way in the rhubarb video of the dinosaur rhubarb. So do check that one out if you want to see a little bit more detail on making the frame itself. Just tuck that under the paw just there. You need to overlap it a little bit as well at the corners and then trim through so that you've gone through both pieces. Okay, ears next, and this black is very messy. So kind of a teardrop that's squished, and then I'm going to cut off the top part, or maybe a bit off the side actually as well. We're just going to place that on there. Don't forget you can stick it down with a little bit of water. I know I don't always show you me using that, but I am sticking it down with water. And then we're going to put our hairlines into that ear. And again, a little bit of shading or highlighting, I should say, at the top with just a tiny bit of white powder. Might even just add a touch of brown. And then he's got these big kind of tufts of hair at the top of his head. So let's do that. So we're just going to do this with some pieces of white fondant on here. It's getting very warm and stretchy. You could put individual little pieces on if you want, but I think it's going to be quicker to do it in bigger chunks like this. So like a big teardrop, and then we'll press some lines into it. And then we'll add a few more of these pieces. And then I'm going to give that 10 minutes to firm up before I dust colour on it. So let's add a little bit more colour, I think, to our background. So I've got a couple of different greens here. I've just dusted it on as a dry powder. Can you see inside the frame? So on that background. And then the same on the frame itself. I've just swapped to a smaller brush and I'm using like the darker shade. Now let's go back to the tuft of hair. And we're going to paint that with the diluted black. But it has to be very diluted. Otherwise, it's just going to change the colour of our hair. We want it to run in the gaps. And then I think just a couple more pieces of black that are a little bit longer. And I think the eyes look a little bit too big. So what I'm going to do is just add a thin strip, kind of the same way I would add eyeliner to one of my figurines or cakes. I've made a huge mess, but there we go. There he is, all finished. I like these PAW Patrol cakes. I think they're really nice and easy to create. If you guys have a go, I'd love to see your creations as well. And you can use the same method for any of the dogs, but don't forget to check out all the other PAW Patrol videos I have on here. And here's a look at the cake as well inside. Thanks for watching.